So, children, now let us begin with the exercise. Before we start writing the exercise, you have to write certain definitions. The first definition is of motion. It is change in the position of an object with respect to its surroundings. Next, distance. It is the actual path followed by a body between initial and final points of motion. Displacement, shortest distance between initial and final points of movement. Speed, distance covered by a body in unit time. Velocity, distance traveled by a body in a given direction in unit time. Uniform motion, the motion in which the object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. Non-uniform motion, the motion in which an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. And acceleration, as you know, rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. So the first question is match the first column with the appropriate entries in the second and third columns. Negative acceleration, as you know, is the velocity of the object decreases, and the example is a vehicle moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second stops after 5 seconds. This happens because the velocity decreases. Second, positive acceleration. As you know, it is the velocity of the object increases. So example is a car initially at rest reaches a velocity of 50 km per hour in 10 seconds. The third option is zero acceleration. The velocity of the object remains constant. We define acceleration as a rate of change of velocity. So if there is no change in velocity, velocity will remain constant, and of course acceleration will become zero. The example is a vehicle moving with a velocity of 25 meter per second. Next question, clarify the differences. First, distance and displacement. As we have already learnt it in detail, distance is the actual path followed by a body between the points in which it moves, and displacement, it is the shortest distance between initial and final points of movement. Distance traveled is always positive, and displacement may be positive, negative, and zero. When we had studied, you remember, if an object moves on a circular path, it starts from its initial point and reaches the same point, then what will be its displacement? Zero. Why? Because the starting point and finishing point are same. Distance has only magnitude. Do you remember what is magnitude? Magnitude is any number of a quantity. And displacement has magnitude as well as direction. Distance is always greater than or equal to the displacement, and displacement is always less than or equal to the distance traveled. So distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. The next differences is of uniform and non-uniform motion. The motion in which an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time is uniform motion. And the motion in which an object covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time is called non-uniform motion. The velocity of moving object remains the same in uniform motion, and in non-uniform motion it keeps on changing. Example for uniform motion, motion of earth around the sun and motion of electrons around the nucleus. For non-uniform motion, flowing water, motion of a vehicle on a crowded street. Now, let us take up some extra questions. Children, you know that we have dealt with the three equations of motion. So, There are three questions based on the derivation of these three equations. So the first question is derive an equation describing the relation between velocity and time. You'll have to draw the graph as shown here and write the answer as given below. Second question, for the second equation of motion, it is regarding the relation between displacement and time. For every equation of motion, you have to draw the graph. Although in textbook, it is only for the first equation of motion, but it is referred over there. So whenever you get the question, you have to draw the graph for every equation. Next, derive an equation describing the relation between displacement and velocity, or the third equation of motion. Again, you can see the graph is drawn here and the derivation is as given in the textbook. So this is an extra question where you have to write the derivation of all the three equations of motions. Thank you.